Hello and thanks for watching. I'm Grace Lenehan.
And I'm Jay Corbitt. This week at Otterbein, Breast Cancer Awareness Month kicks off. The football team comes home with a win, and students are winning multiple awards. But first, Suicide Awareness Month has just ended, but on September 30th, a group of students and faculty members came together to show support. Celebration event that promotes the awareness of suicide and self-harm. Edward Calloway coordinated this event to bring up suicide to people on Otterbein campus.
I started this event because I wanted to bring awareness to an epidemic that has affected me and that's affected a lot of other people, and I wanted to do something about it.
There were a few speakers at the event, including John Kingla and local talk show host Monica Geardry, but soccer player Melinda Steeman had dealt with this before and needed to speak out about it.
My best friend is so special, and it's a way that she can speak through me, that her story doesn't necessarily get lost, but also her memory doesn't either.
Melinda also wants people to be more aware of this and to not take it lightly.
The fact that we're all special and everyone has feelings and everyone's human and they can be hurt in multiple ways. You don't know anyone's story until you talk to them and have a heart-to-heart with them, so don't judge other people.
This is Jay Corbitt, this week at Otterbein. If you know anyone who needs help, please contact the National Suicide Prevention Hotline.
Well, October kicks off Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This annual event has been around since the 80s and is an international campaign to raise awareness and funds for breast cancer. Throughout the month, organizations, groups, and communities from all over the country will hold a variety of events, from walks to showing your pride by wearing the famous pink ribbon. This health campaign is not only here to raise awareness, but also to provide support for those who have been affected by breast cancer and to help remind people to take steps in finding early detection. For more information or to donate or to find an event in your area, make sure to visit nationalbreastcancer.org.
If you are looking for a new piano, then Otterbein is the place to be. The Department of Music will be hosting piano sales from October 17th to the 19th. New and used pianos will be sold for institutional prices that are not normally available in retail stores. Brands from Kawai, Yamaha, and Steinway will be available, and all pianos come with manufacturer warranties and technical services. To have priority to piano sales, it is recommended to make an appointment for Friday and Saturday by calling sale appointment line or attend the walk-in hours on Sunday, October 19th from noon to 5. All sales will take place in the Patel Fine Arts Center.
While Otterbein may be small, many students and alumni have succeeded on the national level. Some of those successful students are right here in the communications department. Most recently, 2 former students have been making waves in the radio world. College radio station WOBN 97.5 FM was recently recognized for 2 national awards. Janice Winborn, professor and advisor to the station, tells us more.
We won 2 awards. Both were for radio. One was for public service announcement, and one was for sports play-by-play for basketball. Josh Overholzer won both, and the play-by-play he won with John Bazika.
The contest was held through a national organization called College Broadcasters Incorporated, and this was not the first time that WOBN has won.
It's a national organization. It's focused on student media. There are, I think, 3 national student media organizations, and CBI is the most radio-centric, most electronic media-centric. So we belong to that. So every year they have a contest, and the 2 years that we've applied, we've won.
The 2 students that won were able to do so through the skills and expertise gained right here at Otterbein.
They have the opportunity to call games. They determine which games. Of course, the athletics department is delighted to have them call the games on the radio. So it's kind of up to the students, like which games they call. So those particular students are very interested in getting as much experience as they could, so they did a variety of games. And those 2 guys happen to be fairly competitive, which is good if you want to get into that industry. And so they they'd put the applications together and they pulled out their best work.
Just another case of how Otterbein students are making headlines nationwide.
When you win an award like that, it's a big deal because you've got professionals, not only the faculty from some other school, but professionals saying, oh yeah, these are the best, you know. So, and they won first prize in both categories, so that's pretty impressive.
Many of these students hold their own showcases on the radio waves here at Otterbein. A range of shows from alternative to country to throwback music are played each week at various times. All student-run shows can be heard on 97.5 or streamed live online. For a full list of shows or to listen live, be sure to visit WOBN.net. It is always positive when a graduate from Otterbein is doing well for themselves in the real world. OTV's very own Kayla Johnson graduated back in 2013 with a journalism and communication degree. Kayla, like many of us here in the communication department, was heavily involved with the radio and television. She held multiple staff positions, hosted her own shows, and helped teach underclassmen the ropes. She embarked on many internship experiences here in Columbus and also outside of the city during her time as a student. During the spring semester of her senior year, she was selected to be an intern on the Ellen DeGeneres Show. Kayla talks about how her experiences at Otterbein have shaped her future and the goals she hopes to achieve.
Everything that I learned at Otterbein, I've been able to transition into my current jobs. So the leadership, just all the experience, and just everything that I was able to do, just everything learned from the teachers and from current students, and just being able to take that and bring it to my job is just something that I can never thank Otterbein enough for. So Otterbein has my heart forever.
I wouldn't blame.
Currently, Kayla is working for the Columbus radio station, Sunny 95, as an overnight DJ and also works a bit with promotions. She is grateful to all Otterbein staff and students that helped get her to this point in her life. And pretty sure we're going to see some good Cardinal sports this weekend, David. But after the break, David Kinder will have this week's sports update. Stay tuned.
The Otterbein football team is currently tied for first place in the Ohio Athletic Conference. They hold a 2-1 record and a 2-0 in league play. They defeated the Wilmington Quakers 49-21 last week in an offensive explosion for the Cards. Here we see some of the highlights. Otterbein got on the board quick and they would stay there. The Cards scored 2 touchdowns on their first possessions on option plays near the goal line. The first one, a 1-yard touchdown run by senior quarterback Brick Davis. The second, a toss to running back Drew Irvin, who scored 2 touchdowns in the game. Davis would add 3 touchdowns through the air and had a career day passing, throwing for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns that went longer than 70 yards to Logan Stepp and Cole Benner. Reed Hutchinson would add a rushing touchdown for the Tannin Cardinal to put away the game. The Otterbein defense was equally impressive, sacking the quarterback 8 times, recovering 2 fumbles as well, and limiting them to under 400 yards of total offense. Senior kicker Alana Gaither was 7 for 7 on extra points, just 1 shy of tying the school record. Overall, Otterbein gained 471 yards of total offense in the victory and committed 0 turnovers. The Cardinals extended their winning streak to 8 games in a row over Wilmington. After the win, our own Jacob Barker had a chance to talk with head football Tim Daup about the win.
Well, before the flip, I always ask the guys, the captains, what do you want to do? Do you want to defer, take the ball? And they said, Coach, we're going to take the ball and we're going to go down and score right away. And so I said, okay, if the guys believe and they're that confident and they feel good and that's what they want to do, then that's what we're going to do. And we just stayed within our game plan. We knew if they give us this, we're going to do this. And, Brick did a great job getting us in and out of things, and the guys just performed and did what they've been asked to do all week.
Otterbein next takes to the field Saturday at 1:30 in the Rhine River rivalry as they try to maintain first place in the OAC against the Heidelberg Student Princes. You can watch that game right here on Otterbein TV. The Otterbein women's soccer team was under the lights of Memorial Stadium last night. They faced off against the Terriers of Hiram and came away with a 2-0 victory. Otterbein now sits at a 4-2-3 record on the season. The goals came from Melinda Steeman and Alvy Shively for the Tannin Cardinal. They next take to the pitch Saturday against Heidelberg. You can also watch that game right here on OTV at 7 right after the football game. The Otterbein women's lacrosse team will host the first annual fall tournament on October 5th with the games running from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. The tournament is geared towards raising money for 3-year-old brain tumor survivor Violet, who is the team's adopted daughter, and will be all donations to the team will go towards her. The tournament will be played at Memorial Stadium. T-shirts will also be sold for $15. So Grace, as always, a lot of sports going on around campus, so go out and support the Tannin Cardinal.
And I know the women's lacrosse team has actually spent a lot of time with that family,
Yeah.
so really good cause on Sunday. So that's all the time that we have for this week's show. On behalf of Jay, David, and myself, I'm Grace Lenehan, and we will catch you next week.